Hello everyone. So here is our lesson plan, and this is what we have so far. We have our content standard, and then we have our substandard. Then, as you move down more towards the bottom, we have our learning objective, which brings us to the first barrier and solution for us. So for our learning objective, we wrote students will be able to effectively discuss with each other the importance of the Bill of Rights. So one of the barriers we had thought of was that they might have trouble discussing the importance of it. So maybe a lot of students don't really know what the Bill of Rights is, or how to explain it. So for a solution, we put it is important to create a safe and unbiased environment for the students to ensure that they feel comfortable with expressing their opinion and what they have learned about it. So it's good to know and ask questions just to see where the student is at in their knowledge about that. So now going into the actual lesson, more deep in the lesson plan, you know, we planned that me and my other team members would have different teaching styles, which could possibly be like a barrier. So our solution to that would just assure that there is room to discuss our problems or potential problems that could exist, and just make sure that we have that level of communication. And at the end of the day, we just need to come together and assess our students in getting the lesson through. So for the evidence of mastery, one of the barriers we put was that our students are not getting a mastery score, or they might not have enough time to complete, like a mastery quiz. So one of the solutions was, giving the quiz in an easier manner so they won't feel like under the pressure that they need to complete, that they don't have enough time to complete it. And obviously there are students that will need accommodations, so we put that as one of the solutions, making accommodations as needed, because we do want to be considerate of everyone. So also in our metacognitive statement part, we put that we want to give students time to reflect what questions they had during our assessment and what part of the activity did they find challenging. So there was that. And then moving on to our materials and equipment, one of our barriers was that the student may have a fear of not learning the content as fast as other students. So what we came up with was individual work. So this is going to allow our students to learn at their own pace. And we also decided on a Kahoot, so they can so they won't feel embarrassed. They can put like an appropriate nickname or abbreviate their names. So in case one student gets an answer wrong, like they won't feel embarrassed in front of the rest of the class that they don't know that part of the lesson yet. So for our engagement, we had a little bit more of barriers for here. So one thing was, to assume that all our students are going to know what the Bill of Rights is and the Constitution. So And then we also had, if the material is not given to a student in an enthusiastic form, that can also affect how they perceive that information. And if our lesson is mainly lectures, students are going to get bored and they will refuse to participate. So it is very difficult to keep high schoolers entertained during a lesson. So for our solutions, we put, we need to ask their prior knowledge and try, different teaching strategies. Personally, I think videos keep them entertained, and discussions, or maybe even a debate, can keep them engaged in the class.